Blind Justice presents a hero and a city with secrets hidden by the cloak of night. What's Done in the Dark, the audio drama.
The force field hummed, a low, ominous drone filling the air. Inside, the two little girls, Sarah and Emily, hovered a foot off the ground, eyes wide with a mixture of wonder and fear. The scene was surreal, ripped straight from a nightmare. Light shimmered around the edges of the force field, casting dancing shadows across the room. The girls' hair, usually tied in neat braids, floated around their heads like weightless halos.
This is unbelievable.
Girls, are you all right?
Ruth, her medical instincts kicking in, rushed towards the force field. Her voice was high-pitched, laced with panic. She pressed her hand against the shimmering barrier, but it was solid, impenetrable.
Their readings, they're off the charts.
Daniel exclaimed, his voice shaking as he held up a small handheld device. His usual calm demeanor had evaporated, replaced by a look of utter disbelief.
What does that even mean, Daniel?
Dominic snapped, his eyes darting between the levitating girls and the terrified faces of his friends. Fear coiled in his gut, cold and sharp. He had to get them out. He had to protect them. A sharp, insistent rapping on the door cut through the tension in the room. Everyone froze, their hearts pounding like trapped birds. The sudden noise shattered the eerie silence, replacing it with a different kind of fear, raw and immediate.
Police!
A gruff voice boomed from the other side of the door. Ruth's eyes widened in alarm.
They can't see them like this. We have to hide them.
Dominic acted instinctively. He grabbed a heavy tapestry from the wall and threw it over the force field, effectively hiding the levitating girls from view.
Daniel, you answer the door. Ruth, help me move the coffee table in front of the tapestry.
His voice was low and urgent, filled with determination.
Evening, officers. What can I do for you?
We're investigating a disturbance in the building. Mind if we take a look around?
Thinking, please just leave. We can't afford any trouble right now.
Dominic closed his eyes, focusing all his will. He reached out with his mind, a silent plea for the officers to turn around and leave. He had never used his telepathic abilities with such intensity before, and a dull ache throbbed behind his temples. The officers hesitated, a flicker of confusion crossing their faces.
Actually, it seems like it was a false alarm. We'll be on our way.
They turned and walked away, leaving Daniel staring after them in disbelief. Daniel closed the door, leaning against it for a moment as he caught his breath. Relief washed over him, followed quickly by a wave of anxiety. The police would be back. They wouldn't give up so easily.
We can't stay here. They'll be back, and what are we going to do then? We need to get the girls somewhere safe, somewhere they can control their abilities.
There's a place. A research facility miles from here. They help people like Sarah and Emily. They can help us understand what's happening.
The weight of their situation pressed down on them, heavy and suffocating. The journey would be fraught with danger, every mile a gamble against discovery. But in the face of the unknown, they clung to this sliver of hope, this desperate chance to save the girls and maybe, just maybe, themselves.